EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Herbert going to go to the air right away. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. These two teams have met in L.A. earlier in the year, with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. But you look at this Bronco defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
This one to Bourne out on the left side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Herbert now. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Sheds off the tackle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Touchdown! David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Middle. Hold on, son. Ready.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw, here's Nix. And his throw here's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Broncos at 12-4 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards.
First and
goal at the 3-yard line.
Ready.
And now an audible here into something else. To throw is Nix. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a deep one for Johnston. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards.
And not only does Justin Herbert have one of the biggest arms in the game, I don't know that anyone throws a prettier pass. Every time he throws the football, I just want to slow it down and have it be a highlight type of a throw. And oftentimes,
and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try to get back in this game?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Kill, 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 kill.
Nix to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. What's good on the extra point? And that'll make our score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone. There he goes, right side. Big strides, look at him go. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, they held them out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Set.
Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Oronde Gadsden there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz with the extra.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's the play. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. 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 I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky. How is it, D? It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. How is it, D? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky, huh? When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then de-dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay. I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. How is that? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. We don't use assume on your own. They offer and lots, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all, but we don't quit. You keep on rock, shock, cause this is it.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flash in your face. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Cause there's a fire
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
He gets this to Hampton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and long.
Crowd right. Let's go. Set.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Second and one is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
59.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Herbert. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
First down. First and goal, Los Angeles.
Bailey Tiger. Bailey.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Is good.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
26-yard
line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's Nix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Kill.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20 with a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Broncos at 12-4 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Nix. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Oh, my son. Ready.
Nix from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey from 10 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. David Njoku, 51 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
To kick off for the Chargers.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 26 yards. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, it's Hampton. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ram. Let's go. Hey, orange.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just me.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's a cornerback in for the sack. Tre'Davious White.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And he's not even going to come close to picking up.
What a play.
First, they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now 2nd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert throwing again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Nick Bonito. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to air one out. And Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
First down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
That's another Broncos first down.
Nix to throw again. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
23-yard line.
Second and 16. To throw. Here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Herbert now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 34 yards there.
And the Chargers. Go Lion, first and 10 at the 12-yard line. Go Lion.
They'll work inside here. Hampton. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Let's go.
Here's Herbert. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Hampton will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Zone read to give to Harvey.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That was this, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And they will take a 7-point lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Wants to try to end the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Zone read, a give to Hampton.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down to just a couple. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and a couple. Give here to Hampton.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Trying to run for it with Hampton.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Herbert.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
Touchdown, L.A.
Kendrick Bourne, 40 yards. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here's Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Throwing Nix. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Nix once more. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Chargers 47.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Herbert. Got the connection here to Bull. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
15. And the Chargers 1st down.
Now it's Herbert. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
The Chargers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, go line. 5-9.
Hampton going to try to punch it in. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Omarion Hampton with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And the Broncos are going to get the football. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 3. Nix to the air. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you just hold a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
That's the big one you needed. Something to get you away from your own end zone. Now you've got life.
Not only do you have life and open field, but think of the lift that your whole team just got after that play.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Out right to Bourne. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big game.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.
Damn, I miss you, Chester.